Hi everyone, thanks for joining today's webinar on 7 free ways to attract new donors on Canada Helps. My name is Cindy Unin and I'm the Charity Marketing Manager here. I have Jacob O'Connor here with me. He's the Charity Success Manager at Canada Helps and he'll be presenting today's webinar and answering any questions you may have. We're going to get started now with a few quick reminders. For those of you who are new to Canada Helps is a social enterprise that provides registered Canadian charities with online education and tools that they need to succeed. We provide charities with open access to our affordable online fundraising platform and training so they can better connect with the people who support them. And for donors, we offer a one-stop shop for donating and fundraising for any registered Canadian charity online. Since 2000, over 1.5 million Canadians have donated through Canada Helps, and together we've raised over $780 million in donations. I'm going to be passing it on to Jacob, and he'll be talking to you about all the ways that you can use to attract donors this holiday and year-round. Just a minute.
So hello everyone, hope you're all having a great day. I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. So again, my name is Jacob O'Connor and I'm the Charity Success Manager here at Canada Helps. And every day I get to help charities of all shapes and sizes reach their goals, whatever they are. I'm super happy today to be able to share some tips. So that's me. Who are you? So maybe this is your first Canada Helps experience. Maybe you've just registered and are brand new to the platform. Maybe you're using Canada Helps on your own website and are looking to see how you can maximize some other programs. Maybe you have your own fundraising set up already and are looking to see how you can use Canada Helps as a secondary or even tertiary donation stream. An important stat for any and all of you is that about 50% of all donations that Canada Helps facilitates in a year come directly through CanadaHelps.org. And that's just a hair under 500,000 donation transactions. So contrasting this with donors that would make donations through your website or event page, these are donors that come directly to CanadaHelps.org looking for charities or causes to donate to, and then going ahead and making a donation. So you're a charity, you have your profile, you know that donors are visiting Canada Helps and making donations. What we're going to talk about today is how you can attract these donors for free. And before we dive in, let's take a look at the numbers, numbers guy. So the data proves that when you as a charity take advantage of these opportunities that we're sharing today, you will raise more. So on average, as you see here, charities taking advantage of 4 or more of the opportunities that we're going to discuss today, they're raising 11 times more. So keep that in mind for sure as we chat today, and make sure that you're maximizing the possibilities here. So as we gear into the holiday season, one thing that we here really wanted to share with you guys, I guess 2 things, is the Canada Helps Charitable Gift Guide, and also campaign pages as a whole. So what is a Charitable Gift Guide? First, we'll look at charitable gifts themselves. So the concept is that rather than traditional gifting of a material gift to a friend or family member for a specific event, whatever that is, you make a charitable gift to them instead. Throughout the year, many donors are giving charitable gifts for birthdays, anniversaries, or other special events. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. A certain donation can provide a goat for a community that needs it. It might protect an acre of rainforest, provide a scholarship to a leadership program for youth, or maybe some school supplies. Many charities have gifts that they leave up for donation all year long to much success. As we come into the holiday and giving season though, these types of gifts are at the peak of their popularity. A huge reason why, and you can see the tagline here in the slide, give a gift with impact. The donor is able to see the tangible impact the gift is making. They know exactly how that gift is being put to use, and they feel themselves as if they're making that difference. So we have the stat here, 59% of Canadians would actually prefer to receive a charitable gift than a traditional gift. So what the Charitable Gift Guide is then, bringing it all home, is a place at CanadaHelps.org where donors can look in 3 distinct dollar ranges, and you can see them there on the slide, to make a gift to the cause and impact of their choosing. Any of your gift ideas that you share through your Canada Helps account will be featured in this guide. So someone who might not be your regular donor, come into your website to make a donation, can be in CanadaHelps.org looking for gift ideas, connect to the impact of your charitable gift, and become a donor. But the only way for donors to find your gift is for you to share it. So let's walk through the steps quickly here on just how to do that. So your charitable gift idea is classified as a type of campaign with Canada Helps. So you can find that by going to the campaign pages subsection of your Canada Helps account, which lives under the main profile tab, as we see here. As you create the campaign type field will allow you to designate the campaign as a charitable gift idea and also allow you to select the dollar range of your gift or gifts. So you see $25 or less, $26 to $100, or $101 to $250. I would actually recommend creating a charitable gift idea campaign at each of the dollar levels because, again, if you don't share, you can't be found, and this will ensure your gifts will be shared no matter what the range of gifts donors are looking for. If you really love this idea of the charitable gift guide and you wanted to create one on your own website, you can also do that using the Canada Helps tools, and we've actually just put together a guide to help you do that. I'm sharing the link here, and you can download it for free. And again, you'll get these slides after the fact, so you can go there afterwards as well. Another thing I wanted to note is that if you did want to go ahead and create your charitable gift guide in CanadaHelps.org, try to get it up by December 1st. Because we're going to be sending out a newsletter to our entire donor base promoting the different charitable gift guides of our charities, and this will get you a chance to be featured. And just before we finish off with the charitable gift guide, some of you are probably thinking that, this may be easy for some charities that provide these types of services, like the gifts of Protecting the Acre or school supplies, as I mentioned earlier. But for my charity, it's not so straightforward. Well, I've had some very interesting conversations with many charities, and as donors are demanding to know the impacts more and more, this could be a great opportunity for you to start thinking about your organization in a new way. And I've said it a couple times already during this tip, but if you don't share, then you can't be found. If you don't ask, you won't receive. So we just focused on charitable gift idea campaigns, but the same holds true for all types of campaigns or projects you're running. Our campaign pages are great tools because they're searchable and can engage new donors for you. So you can share images and video and tell the story of your campaign. And even if you're not using Canada Helps for the bulk of your campaign or project, getting your materials quickly up on a campaign page is a great amplifier for anything you're doing. Okay, cool. So we're done with that. Everyone here took it all in, let's say. They went and downloaded the guide, became an expert on their gifts, created some butt-kicking charitable gift ideas. Donors are so into your gift, looking through the guide, they click on your page, they're about to make the donation, they think, hey, you know what? Why don't I go check out their profile? These guys seem really cool. I'm going to go see the rest of the work they're doing before I make my gift quickly. And this is what they see. Okay. You weren't supposed to check my profile. So this kind of leads us into our next way to attract new donors, and this is a profile that I see every day, and this is creating a compelling charity profile. So without a doubt, 100%, all of you are doing amazing work. I know it. So your charity profile is the place on Canada Helps to showcase that work to your donor. If a donor searches your charity through Canada Helps or even through Google, this is the page they're going to land on. So you want it to tell your story. You want it to grab donors and engage them with your amazing work. And so now we'll talk about a few of the ways you can do that, and the rest of the presentation will be geared around the profile page as well. So images and video. Do you have some beautiful images or video that capture the work that you're doing and your outcomes? People really are grabbed by media, images and video, and just like the profile on show right now that you can see, connected in motion, you can add one feature image to your profile and then an unlimited amount of supporting images or video. The video, that would have to be uploaded to YouTube or Vimeo first, but from there it's super easily added into your profile. It's just literally copy and pasting that URL. Another one, quotes and testimonials. So do you have any of these from anyone that's been touched by your work? Canada Helps has a way to prominently feature these in your profile. This is just another way to show the impact the donor's donation will be making at the end of the day. And then what if I want to know more? Real simple, real straightforward, but just make sure that you have your, one, your website, and then 2, 3, a contact email and a contact number. We've actually heard that a lot of donors come like as research before making major gifts. They come, they want to learn more about the organization. Make it easy for them to contact you and reach out. And so we've been talking about impact a lot. And another way that we've made it both easy to share that impact, but also for you to make your ask, is with suggested donation amounts. So this could sometimes be a tricky topic, suggested donation amounts. How much should we suggest? A great place to start is to look at the standard or average donation that both your charity and also maybe, if you have the information, your charity subsector are receiving online, and then try to edge that average a little higher. A particular charity friend of ours shared a story that they had their minimum suggested donation amount at $50 for quite some time. And what they found is that the majority of their donations, the very large majority, came in at around that $50 mark. So they decided to test something. They decided to edge that minimum figure up to $60. And lo and behold, they saw that that very large majority of their donations began to come in at that $60 mark. Another thing you want to think about is, who are you targeting on your charity profile? Are these first-time donors that you're trying to attract? Then think about how do first-time donors typically donate to you, and then maybe set suggested donation amounts within that range. But if you don't feel like you have the time, you're a small charity, I can't look at these numbers and put something together. Well, I think this is a perfect time to talk about our new Smart Sums technology. So basically, Smart Sums, this was designed to help average donation gift size, to increase that by presenting suggested donation amounts that include a stretch ask, and this would inspire donors to give more. So this technology basically creates suggested donation amounts, and it's optimized to suggest donation amounts that are specific to your charity. That's if your charity has received a sufficient number of donations through Canada Helps. If you haven't, the Smart Sums that are presented are reflective of the giving behavior of other charities doing the same or similar work as yours, and of a similar size to your organization. Either way here, the Smart Sums are customized for one-time and monthly donations, and are updated throughout the year for seasonal differences in size of donations. If you are suggesting your own amounts, though, something to consider is very similar to when we were putting together the charitable gift ideas for the charitable gift guide earlier. Canada allows for you to add, Canada Helps allows for you to add impact statements to whatever donation amounts you suggest right on your profile, and you can see it here. So again, tangibly, what does a $50 donation do, or a $500 donation provide for those that you serve? What about $10 or $100 monthly? Set these impact statements for both your single and monthly donation amounts. Cool. Moving on. So we got the stat. 73% of donors in Canada said they would donate more if they knew the impact their gift was making. So we've been talking a lot about the specific impacts of gifts or donations in this presentation so far, but what about the impact of your organization as a whole? We're all too familiar with how many charities are judged simply by looking at a pie chart of revenues and admin costs. Well, this summer, Canada Helps created the impact page. So this is on your charity profile, and it's to help you as a charity provide a full picture of your effectiveness and impact. Yeah, so we brought some of that information from the CRA over, but now we allow you to marry your story to that data. So it's not just those pie charts. So what are you working to address, and what are your strategies? What are your programs to do that? Quantitatively here, how many lives are you touching with these strategies and programs? It could be, how many lunches are you preparing? How much wildlife are you conserving? And then what are the people that have been impacted by your organization and the work? What are they saying about it? So these are questions that any and all of your donors would love to know the answer to, and would definitely encourage and inspire them to donate. The impact page, you can see a little example on the right of the Calgary Zoo. It's designed in such a way to answer these questions with words, with numbers, and media. It's a full picture, and I would really encourage you to take advantage of that. Again, to find this, along with everything else we've spoken about today, you're going to want to go to the profile section of your charity account, and then from there go to the impact page subsection. And then while we're in that profile tab, in another subsection we haven't touched yet today, discovery settings. So getting yourself discovered in search. So there's a few different aspects to this that we can maximize, but it's just super important for you to remember that we can do all of the things that we've spoken about so far with the profile page today. But if we aren't optimized for searches, it's going to be mighty difficult for donors to find us. Canada Helps has quite a few ways to ensure you're optimized for searches. And here are a few things that you need to keep in mind and make sure are helping you and not hurting you. So donors can search for charities in a few ways, and the one that you'd probably think of first is by name. So make sure that your charity name on your Canada Helps profile reflects your popular name. Many charities are known by names that are extremely different from their legal name, and I can think of many off the top of my head, and I can guarantee that there are charities listening now where this is the case. Whatever your popular name is, it's super important for you to reflect that in your profile. Your donors could have a tough time finding you otherwise. So how does your community know you? Use that name. The next way, and one that is very prominent at CanadaHelps.org, and we can see here, is by category or cause. People hold specific categories or causes close to their heart and are looking to make a difference in that specific area. The thing is, even if you are a humane society, you may not necessarily show up in all searches in the animals category. We can see in the slide here. And that's unless you update those search preferences. So Canada Helps allows you to choose 3 main causes or categories and then a subcategory or cause for each of those. Optimize this to show up in those searches where you belong. Lastly, what areas are you serving? Are you a local community charity, provincial charity, national or international? Different donors are wanting to affect change in different parts of the world. So let them know where you're doing your important work, and again, show up in searches where you belong. And then when you show up in those searches, there are a few additional ways that you can help to engage donors to come to your profile and learn more and make a donation. One of them is that short intro text you see there, and this is just 140 characters, Twitter style, or I guess old Twitter style now. But what is your mission? Who are you and what do you do? Succinctly. And we touched on the categories already. So the other is the emotive image. So this is separate from your charity logo. This is the image that shows up for your charity in search and inspires emotion in the donor. Like this super cute photo of this boy kissing his golden retriever. Amazing. So to access these and everything else search related, keep this in mind, we're going to go back again to the profile tab on the charity account and then go to that discovery settings subsection. So all the stuff we just talked about is there. So bookmark that. And then, so we're just talking about this emotive image quickly, but I think another aspect of the profile, and I think one of the most important, maybe not the most important, as simple as it sounds, just uploading a high-resolution, up-to-date logo to your charity account. If you haven't yet touched your charity profile and you could only do one thing, this is what you should do. You might think it's funny, but you wouldn't believe how many active accounts I come across every single day that have yet to put up their logo. Adding a logo to the account adds professionalism. With a logo, the donors get the brand recognition, know that the profile is managed, and can more easily recognize and find you in searches. Just taking a look at this example here. Look at the difference in the search results between the default logo and the surrounding crisp logos. Putting yourself in the shoes of a donor, exploring charities maybe working for a specific cause or in a specific region. Which of these search results would grab you to learn more and donate? Another thing to note is that if you've updated, say, on your website or just all throughout your organization, if you've updated your branding with a slick new logo, make sure to make the updates on your Canada Helps profile as well, just to maintain that consistency. And again, make sure your photo is high resolution to make it nice on the eyes. You don't want to come up in a search and it be all super granular and stuff. So okay, so it's time to upload a logo or to update to your latest one. How do we do it? Again, beating the same drum, but that's in the profile section of your charity account. And from there, you're going to want to go to the main profile page section. That default logo is the one we saw in the previous slide here, that registered Canadian charity, which is not super appealing. Here you can put in your own logo. You could put English and French. And you're seeing here too, this is where you're showing your popular name, website URL, contact name, email address. You can add your phone number in here. This is where you're doing all that. So make sure to maximize that. And the last of the 7 ways, wow, already, that we wanted to touch on here today was the GivingLife blog. So it's Canada Helps' mission to inspire donors to give. We have created and continue to promote this GivingLife blog to do just that. So we're always featuring charities and causes, and we'll often send out these blog entries in an e-newsletter to hundreds of thousands of Canadians. That's a lot. So from the blog, we're always connecting the donors to the charity profile page. It's if they feel compelled to donate when they're reading. So all I wanted to communicate to you here is this, and we get a lot of questions about this, but if you want a chance to be featured, make sure you complete your profile and impact pages, because we're going to be sending donors there. We don't want to be sending them to the blank account that we saw earlier on. So before we take some time, if you guys had any questions, if not, that's okay too. But before we took some time for that, and as we head into December here, which is obviously a huge month for us all, I wanted to encourage you to download and take a look at our free holiday fundraising guide if you haven't done that yet. So that's super high value and totally free. We've shared the link here again, and we will be sending a copy of the slides as well again. So you'll be able to find that after the fact, but I would really encourage you to go download that. And yeah, thank you guys for spending the time here so far. We're going to come up on some questions, but I hope you all had some takeaways here today and are ready to go back and do some of this stuff to take advantage of these opportunities that are proven, data proven, to raise more through Canada Helps. I know they might sound simple, but these are proven ways. So also, if you're available, next week I'm going to be doing more of a demo style walkthrough. So we're going to be looking at the tools in the full fundraising account, donation forms, securities, events, P2P, all of those tools in the full fundraising account, and I'm going to be walking through those, doing lots of that every day, and excited to share with all of you. So if you're available, I'd definitely love to have you all back. Yeah, and it's time for questions. So we're going to, Cindy's just going to pass me some over here. Give me one moment. Okay, so we touched on this one quickly, I think, but I just want to clarify here. So Jennifer is asking, what's the deadline for getting up gifts on the gift guide for the holidays? So there's 2 answers here. I talked about earlier that we're going to be doing the newsletter on the 1st, so you want to get your gift ideas done by then. So it would be November 30th if you wanted to have a chance to be featured in that newsletter. So I would really try to do that. But the other answer is that there's no real deadline, and you can put these up any time of the year. Again, the holiday season is where we see this peaking, but a lot of charities have this up all over the year to great success. So November 30th, it'll give you a good head start coming into the holidays, give you a chance to be featured, but then again, you can do this all year long as well. So you can change the gifts, you can, yeah. So I have another question here. Jennifer, I hope that helped. Francis is asking, that's my middle name, can you embed your profile in your WordPress site instead of needing to click a link to the Canada Help site? I'm not sure if you're, so basically you would need a full fundraising account for this, start from there. If you're currently in the profile account, then you would only be able to link to your profile page, but by upgrading to your full fundraising account, you get access to our custom donation forms. So this you would be able to customize with, to match the branding on your web page. They're super slick, and I can follow up and send you a few examples and maybe help you out if you needed a hand. But you said profile. So the actual profile page, you would not be able to embed that. You'd be able to embed, again, a donation form that's super slick. But you'd almost kind of want to have your own branding within the page and not bring that whole Canada Helps profile over. But again, I'm happy to follow up with any questions if you needed help doing that. Okay, awesome. So we got a question here from Mark, I believe. So the question was, are there websites we can find nice images for use in our Emotive Image? Ooh, awesome. Yeah, the answer is yeah, for sure, there are. So there are two that I will recommend to you, and maybe Cindy can put them in the chat, but it's one of them is pexels.com, so like pixels, but with an E, so pexels.com. And another one is unsplash.com, so unsplash.com. And you can use those images there for non-commercial use and commercial. Oh, okay, cool. Cindy has corrected me. She is the marketing guru. And they're free. She adds in. Did we have any other questions here, Cindy? Can you give examples of charitable gifts? So this was a question from Lynn. Can you give examples of charitable gifts? Yeah, for sure. Just off the top of my head, the Rainforest Conservancy did a great campaign that we featured on our homepage, and it was a $50 gift provides protection for 1 acre of rainforest. Another one I can say is a shelter. I think it was, I'm going to get the wrong number here. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I'm going to guess it was $37 provides a bed and breakfast for someone without a home. Another one, actually UNICEF has this on their charitable gift guide, is something like $50 would provide some school supplies, so journals, pencils, and a school bag for, let's say, 10 or 15. Again, the numbers might be off a bit. My memory is not perfect, but I hope you're kind of getting the sentiment of the gifts. I hope those examples help. We have another one here. This is from Anna McInnes. So is there a link to download the holiday guide? So yeah, for sure. I could just even flash back to it on the presentation here, so you should be able to see that. So it's that bit.ly/CanadaHelps-holiday. And again, you're going to be getting sent these slides as well. So if you don't want to copy it down now, you're going to have it when those are sent over as well. Okay, I got a question from another Francis. When, or maybe it's the same one. Yeah, when is your walkthrough next week? So I'm on the ball here, and I had to ask Cindy, so you probably heard that. So it's same time next week at 2 o'clock. It'll be good. The webinar is it's a more of a walkthrough, kind of demo style. We touched on it in the presentation a bit, but it'll be walking through the tools in the full fundraising account. So embedding donation forms, creating donation forms, events, peer-to-peer, just kind of looking at a demo of those. So we have from Jane Styles. So why would an organization recommend going to Canada Helps to make a donation to them as opposed to asking them to go to their own website? So I guess it depends, and I'll tackle this from a few angles. So I'll guess first, so if you're using Canada Helps as your online donation tool, then we at Canada Helps would recommend that the donation is made on your website and not at CanadaHelps.org. So I touched on it briefly, and we're going to be looking at this next week, but we actually have donation forms that you can embed right on your website. And with those donation forms, that's completely your branding. You get to send out a custom email thank you after the fact. When they make the donation through that form, as opposed to Canada Helps, it's going to have your logo on the tax receipt. You get pretty much complete control of the process. You're not taking donors off of your website. So we would recommend that donors are staying on your site. If you have your own setup so you already have some sort of fundraising solution on your website, why would an organization recommend going to Canada Helps to make a donation? Well, if you want people to make donations through your whatever setup you have, then that's totally cool. So we're not an either or, we're an and. So even just going through like the different tips we had today, these are things you can do separate from your own website. Even if you wanted to, when someone made a donation through CanadaHelps.org, you can tell them to use your own setup if you wanted. Again, we're here to help. We're here to inspire donors to give to your organization and to spread what you're doing. Jane, I hope that helps. I got one from lots of questions. I love it. So I got a question here from Glenn. The question is, can you make a profile page for different programs that a charity does? So basically what happens is that you have your main profile page. So that's all about your charity as a whole. But then, so I land on a profile page, and maybe I could even go to the example we have here. I'm just going to go back through so you can see it firsthand. Hold on a sec. Okay, cool. Here. So when you land on a charity profile, if you're following through the slides, you're going to land on this About section. And this is a rundown of your charity as a whole. But then you're going to see to the right of that, you see Support Diabetes Outreach. So this is a campaign or a program. I think that was the language that you use. Yeah, that Connected in Motion, this charity, is featuring. So you can put multiple campaigns. You can put as many as you want. Say you have six of them. It'll come as a drop down to the right of About, and then each campaign has its own separate page, exactly like what you have here on the profile. Again, I hope that helped answer your question. I got one from Sherry. Hi, Sherry. So if I can't attend next week's webinar, can we get audio and slides following the event? Yes, 100%. So you just need to register for the event beforehand, and then you will get sent the presentation and the slides after the fact. So I hope you can join us so you can add some more questions. But I got another question here from you, Sherry. Sorry. Is there a way to receive donor profiles to get to know our audience? Yeah. So not sure in which way, but any time after you receive a donation through Canada Helps, you can go to that donation section right online, like through the browser. You could see the donation history, who it was, how much they made, if they left a message, to what fund. All that stuff is there to be downloaded. So you can see it right there in your browser, and then you can download it into Excel spreadsheet at any time. So you can see, okay, who's making larger gifts, who's our monthly donors, and then you're going to have their contact info if they choose to share it, and so you can reach out to them, thank them, and get to know them better and cultivate that relationship. I'm getting one from Glenn. Can I say those websites again? So they're pexels.com. So it's PEXELS.com. And then the other one was unsplash.com. So that's unsplash.com. So I got one here from Michelle. Thanks for all the questions, guys. It's awesome that you're engaged. Michelle is asking, how can we have our charity highlighted on the GivingLife blog? Yeah, so again, so this is a blog we're looking to inspire donors, teach them about different, especially small to medium-sized charities that are doing such amazing work and maybe don't have as much media coverage as some of the larger organizations. So basically what would happen here is that we would share the story that you would provide, and then the link would go back from this story to the charity profile. So then if donors are compelled to give when they're reading the blog, they can do that. So what you need to do basically is just make sure that your profile is completed, and then your impact page is completed, because again, we don't want to send donors to a profile that is completely blank or is you know what I mean. So we want to have give donors a great experience and give a great impression of your organization by you sharing your full story on your profile and on your impact page. Okay, so this is from Jarrett. Ethics. So this is an ethics question. I was an ethics minor in school, so I'll see if I could tackle it. So is it cool to, for example, it's from Jarrett, to offer a tangible gift option, but then add the donation to a general operating account. The money was to help the organization. E.g. for $20, you help us provide one school program to an inner city school. We're already doing the program, so can the $20 go to operating and still have me being able to sleep at night? I think, yeah, so what I would, and this is, what I would say here, and this is my ethics minor coming into play maybe, so if you're designating a charitable gift idea to a certain, so in your case, to provide one school program, you've done the calculation and you know how much that costs you as an organization to do that, and people are donating specifically for that. I would keep that fund separate to do specifically that. So in a way that you can do that, that would help through CanadaHelps.org, is to create within, again, the back end of your charity account, you can create funds. So, and then when you're creating your charitable gift idea, or if you had a donation form set up just for this, you can default it so that fund is pre-selected. So then when you're looking at your donation data after the fact, you'll see which funds went to this specific charitable gift, and then you can earmark those donations for that purpose. So if you end up finding out that okay, we've now raised all of this money and we're kind of overfloating for this fund, then maybe I would suggest looking for a different gift idea and thinking about potential different areas that your organization could impact, and where you could use the support and then turn that into a kind of tangible gift. I hope that helps. We have one from Jude, and this is, what is the link to get into the gift guide? And I believe your meaning is a donor. So as a donor, when you go to CanadaHelps.org, so they're coming and looking for places to donate, it's in that Explore tab on the top of right from the homepage, and it's visible at any time. Explore, and then charitable gift ideas are right there. So question, would you offer examples of 3 orgs that have fully utilized the Canada Helps site? Small, medium, and large. Depends on your idea of small, medium, and large, I guess, but I hope they don't mind, but I definitely could offer some. So I guess on the smaller side, I would offer the Kuchiching Conservancy. So that's the Kuchiching Conservancy. So they have an excellent profile, impact page, use the campaign pages. They max out their Canada Helps presence. Another one, more on the medium size, I guess, would be Future Possibilities for Kids, is another great one. Again, like Kuchiching, they're fully maxing it out. That's Future Possibilities for Kids. And then another one that we could look at is a larger one. Cindy, do you have any? We're mostly working with small to medium organizations here, but if I could think of like a gargantuan one that's using us well, I know UNICEF. UNICEF does really well. They have charitable gift ideas there too. Their profile page and impact page is fully maxed out. I think maybe we have another example here, but so far we have the Kuchiching Conservancy, Future Possibilities for Kids, UNICEF, and I think we have, that'd be through Tides. Yeah, I hope those three help and can give you some kind of inspiration. Well, I know we sent out an email a while back where we so this is Rachel's question, and she's asking, does Canada Helps offer a review service for how our profiles can be strengthened? Yeah, we sent out an email a while back kind of showing how many of the opportunities you're utilizing from kind of the ones we spoke about today. But I'd be happy to talk if you wanted to look at how you can improve your profile. So my contact details are in the slide. Yeah, and I look forward to connecting. It looks like we are out of questions. Again, thank you for all those, and thank you for joining us here today. Again, you can download those slides. They're available actually here in the GoToWebinar, but you can we're going to send them over. The gift guide link was in there, and then also the holiday fundraising. And then don't forget, register if you'd like to join me next Thursday for the demo style of our full fundraising account. Wishing you guys an amazing rest of the day. It was a lot of fun. Take care.